I actually really thought about doing this video with a therapist who can act as a mediator to help mend our relationship, because there's a lot, I don't know what it's just kind of hard to get my words out. It just felt irresponsible to my kids to put myself in a bad mood by reading people's, in my opinion, unfair comments. So I stopped. And the channel suffered as a result of that. And it almost became like, oh well, you don't care about me, I don't care about you, let's just keep it pushing. But the truth of the matter is I do care. And I am hurt. And that is something that is worth saying. And I do want you to be proud of me in these moments. And maybe it hurts more coming from you all because of what this community represents to me. And I think in most cases, people are not just random, fly-by-nighters just commenting on a video. They're people who've been here for a while. So they kind of like sting more.
This video right here is sponsored by Squarespace, and if you haven't heard by now, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs to build and stand out online. And it's the easiest place to build a beautiful website, engage with your audience, sell anything from content to time to products. I mean, anything you want can be done on Squarespace. I mean, I'm telling you right now, you gotta go do it, you gotta go check it out. And if you haven't done so yet, go to squarespace.com/shambooty to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Again, that is squarespace.com/shambooty to get 10% off your first purchase of a website. I mean, go play around for free. Go check it out. Now, enjoy the rest of this video.
Hello there, lovers. Little vintage intro for you. You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings a couple of years ago, and then maybe recently, and then as a result, started creating all of these boundaries between you and I, and making all these stories up about our relationship. And then something happened today, and I thought about you so much. I have a class on MasterClass. Oh. I feel tender because you gave this to me. I started this YouTube channel in 2015 because I couldn't find anywhere else to share my message, to talk about my passions. I couldn't find anyone else who would listen. And I tried, that was 2015 is 6 years after my first book came out. That's years after I graduated from journalism school. That's years after I became a certified sex educator in Canada and was working at a university. That was years after going on auditions or writing articles or trying to get a foot in the door where I could passionately, enthusiastically teach people about a topic that had changed my life once I paired it with education and empowerment. Couldn't find anywhere, and then I found you, and then you found me, and we built momentum together. And I don't know how many of you watching this are gonna resonate with that, because maybe you showed up yesterday or a couple of years ago, but majority of you have been here from the beginning. And so when this, huge moment of recognition came in, it just felt like a culminating opportunity. Like all the things that we have done have brought us to this moment where we're elevated on this platform with the top minds in the world sharing their gifts, and they're saying what you have to say is valid, it matters, it's necessary. And it's like you guys have known this all along, and it's taken these spaces this long to find out what you already felt. And I just want to say thank you. Without your encouragement, without your attendance, without your care, this would never have been possible. I'm not saying that, I couldn't say this in any other space other than here. But since I became a mom, how do I say this? This doesn't feel like a safe space for me. But I feel like a lot of you have, some of you, a small percentage of you, truthfully, have taken the experience of getting to know me and knowing me through the years and use that to create a twisted narrative about me. that you throw in my face when I share imperfect parts of my life, which has always been a central part of my journey and of the work that I do. I've never wanted to be the kind of expert who sat atop the mountain of perfection and just doled out information bit by bit. I've always wanted to bring you along for my journey, for especially when it comes to intimacy and the ways that I'm navigating the ups and downs throughout my life. And so sometimes I've pressed record, specifically during times that were challenging, in knowing that there was empowerment and enlightenment that could come from seeing somebody work through the messy bits. And on the other side of that, I've just seen like no grace. But what I've come to realize is that by setting these boundaries, because I don't want to read the comments from people who have pieced together bits from videos that I have pressed record on, that I have edited, that I have willingly shared with you, and taken the bits or the worst parts from those and then created a character profile of who I truly am. That by allowing those people to dictate the boundaries that I set, then I'm doing to you what I'm critiquing you of doing to me. I am taking the worst parts and making that who you are.
Popping in real quick to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. And if you haven't done so yet, go to squarespace.com right now. Go play around, it's free. Go play around for a free trial. Go handle, build that brand, build that idea that I know you've been thinking about that the world needs to hear. Go build it and then come back and let me tell you some more about it. As a matter of fact, stay right here. Let me tell you a little bit more about Squarespace. Designed intelligence. Yes, I said that right. I'm talking about Blueprint AI. Whether you're a designer or not, Squarespace makes it so easy to design a website that is tailor fit for your brand. I mean, it makes the whole process of making a website ridiculously easy. Trust me, I've tried on other platforms. It is not easy to design a website that reflects your brand. Well, Squarespace makes it really easy with design intelligence and the Blueprint AI. Let's talk about the payments and invoicing, okay? We gotta get the money. If you sell digital products, book clients, or even run an online store, Squarespace has all that built in. I'm telling you right now, it's so annoying if I'm a customer and I go to your website and I go to some payment option that is very confusing and kind of sketchy. I'm not gonna buy your product, but Squarespace has all of the recognizable places that you buy stuff regularly. So I'm telling you right now, it makes it so simple to sell anything, and it's built right in. No extra plugins, no extra fees, no extra stress. You can get the money. Now let's talk about the visual design tools. I am a sucker for design, and this place has the most modern, seamless animations. I mean, it is so beautiful when you can just kind of plug and play and make your website look stunning. It's not only just functional, it's gonna look good too. And I'm telling you right now, Squarespace is the easiest place to do that. I've tried to build on other platforms and I'll tell you, it does not look good. But Squarespace makes it so easy. And so if you have been putting off putting out that website or putting out that idea, and you have been waiting because you want to find the right designer and the right person and put all this money into the website to make it look good, you need to stop. This is your sign. Go to squarespace.com/shambooty to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Again, that is squarespace.com/shambooty to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. And like I said, they do it so wonderful where you can go around and play and build the site without having to pay anything yet. So go play. And then when you're ready to get that discount, use the promo code.
You may have noticed that there are a lot of videos on my channel that I actually privated because, and it's sad, I privated my chlamydia video. And because I was just like, there's so many people who like misuse this or throw it in my face. It's like, again, something that I am sharing because I think there's a beautiful lesson here to learn, and there's a reminder in that can help to save some of you, not just from chlamydia, but from something much more serious. And I took it down because it was like, well, that just, again, the feedback and the variety of feedback just feels like that's a lot to ask me to take on. But one of the first messages I got when I unlisted it was from a teacher who said, what happened to these videos? Because I used to use those in my classroom every single year and I can't find them anymore. And that was heartbreaking. So I'm trying to figure this out and piece together our relationship and figure out how to find our way back to each other in a way that's productive. I think that's the most important thing too, right? I don't want anything to be performative or in vain. I don't think you need that. I definitely don't need that myself. So, but in the meantime, I still want you a part of my life and a part of my wins, because I do see this as all of our wins. So I just wanted to say thank you. And yeah, I have a class on MasterClass, and it's largely because of you. And it's a culmination of everything that I have learned with you. The education, the lessons, the experiences, the opportunities. This is a culmination of all of those learnings into 2 classes that I hope will kind of feel like more of a nod to you as somebody who's been there than oh, I didn't know that. But I also hope that you learned some things that you didn't know. That's all.